Hello friends and welcome back. I have one very bad chicken right now. Before I get too far, I want to show you where I'm at. Remember, I finished the one treadle sewing machine base, and I have the other one that I have just finished putting the color on here. Unfortunately, this was a much bigger project than I ever intended it to be. I think somebody in the past had covered it with some kind of an oil, because it was just layers of oil and dust and grime. So I had to degrease it. I used a wire brush on it. I used the drill with the wire brush on it, and then I used the stainless pads to finally get it down to where it was mostly metal. I did end up spray painting this black, and then I put a clear coat on it. Then I took I had a paint pen and a magic marker, and I did the raised part because I wanted to see it, and then I clear coated that as well. So that's going to be the base of my kitchen table. I don't want a very large table in here, so I went to our thrift store and I was looking for a table, and I found this one. It is solid wood. It's 30 by 46, I believe. So it'll fit the space I want to without being large. I'm just going to cut the legs down, I believe. I'm not sure that, it looks like there's a fake drawer right there, but it's not a drawer, it's just a decoration. So I'm hoping to be able to save it anyway. But I'm going to paint it white, and the top I want to bring it back to wood. I'm hoping that I can get it lighter than this. And the best part was, they had it for sale for a whopping $6, but they wanted to get rid of all small tables, end tables and coffee tables, so they were 50% off, and I paid with tax $3.18. So that's going to be the top of my table. I already have the paint, I already have the stain, I already have the polyurethane, and I have the base. So I wanted to get this going so I could show you the tables before I get into it, and I just thought it was a really good bargain. Right, I wanted to update you on the tabletop. As you can see, I stripped the entire thing. This was 3 days of intense sanding and scraping and more sanding and more sanding and more sanding. I had to take this, it was a light color, kind of an off-white down here off. It had some kind of a coating in it that paint won't stick to. I'm sure there's other things that you can use, but I just want to use what I have on hand. So, you know, I had the time, I have the labor, I scraped it and sanded it the best I could. I have it down to an 80 grit sandpaper. I'm going to do 120, then 220, and onto, haven't decided if I should paint the bottom white like I had intended. It would match the cabinets because the cabinets are white with black accents where we have the black base, but I am very partial to natural wood. So I'm going to see, I'm going to do the top and we'll see how it looks first. But this is going to take me a bit of time because after I stain it, I'm going to polyurethane it. Again, that takes days because you have to wait 4 hours in between coats, make sure it's really dry because you have to sand a little bit. But in the end, it's worth all the labor. Like I said, I paid $3.18 for this top. I'm still using sandpaper and stuff I had from other projects, so that cost is spread out over several projects. So anyway, this is where I'm at. All right, sorry I didn't get you in between, but I stained and I polyurethane the top. That is the dark walnut that matches my bathroom cabinet. And I did sand all of the finish off and painted this with the same white that I used on the cabinets in the kitchen because I wanted it to offset a little bit from the black base. Now I'm going to see if I can get it all together, and then I just have to finish the handles and my kitchen table will be done. Let me show you real quick what I did on the underside. I did add a spacer because the skirt on this was too deep. So that's 1.5 inches. It's a 2x4 I ripped in half. And you can see that I have measured it so that it's centered as best as possible. And now I have my legs screwed on. I could flip it over, finish the handles, and my table will be done. All right, you guys, I am done with my table. You know, I haven't decided, but there's a couple little details. I might take the gold that I used on the word singer and just do a couple little accents on these corners. What do you think? Do you think it would add to it? And there's also like the little detail that I painted in. I could do like a wash over it and maybe wipe off the excess. But anyway, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's going to be the perfect size for my kitchen. Unfortunately, where it goes is there. And you can see I am stacked with those building supplies for my bathroom. So I'm going to make a bench to go where that wire shelf is for this table. But that's going to have to wait till the bathroom is done. Now, let me show you something real quick here. This table also has some nice little medallions on the side. Now, I painted that myself. I just used some antique gold paint and just touched the surface with it. And then I spray painted over it clear. And there's one on the other side. The thing I liked about this one for the kitchen table a little bit different is it has that extra piece that was kind of like to guard your skirt. And I thought that was really neat. Just some different looks. And then I painted that singer again with that gold paint. So anyway, that project's done and I'm really happy with it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. And, you know, I have an old farmhouse and I just thought it would be really cool. And it matches the bathroom sink somewhat. They're both singers, but it kind of draws the two together. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I hope you enjoyed this project.